around some.
No, I mean, it's not.
Immediately go out of full screen, so.
Yeah, no, it's just
a ukulele song in celebration of the National Day of Civic Hacking. So if you'd like to hear it, gather around and listen to, what's it called?
It's a good day.
It's a good day.
It's a good day. It's a National Day of Civic Hacking. Cause there's too much good code that's been lacking. So let's get cracking. Let's have a good day. When it comes to hacking, it's important to know that we're not pirates. And we're not gonna bring our best virus. So you can hire us to solve the problems that need solving in the world. There's so much to do. Maybe we could detect some asteroids and keep the world from blowing up. Ooh, I don't want to blow up. So where's NASA? Crap. Small business owners, they want to serve the local people, and they need to know just who they are and where they live. That's where the census comes in. They're here somewhere. We're working hard. These are just two of the many projects you can work on National Day. It's 2 days, 2 National Days of Civic Hacking. It might be exhausting. The problems that we face are pretty daunting. So be strong, Boston. Let's have a good day. There's a lot to do. If you want to solve some local problems like gentrification or poverty, we got a lot of green spaces. But life would be better if I could find them. We've got a lot of education data, but how do we use it to make our kids smarter, and how do we know if they're smart? Have you ever wasted time waiting for the green line? MBTA Alerts is here to help. It's a good day. It's a National Day of Civic Hacking. Cause there's too much good code that's been lacking. So let's get cracking. Let's have a good day.
Everyone, and welcome to Code for Boston.
All right, we are now live worldwide. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Code for Boston.
My team worked closely with Code for America's Boston Brigade to develop an app to educate current and retired public servants about the Social Security windfall elimination provision and allow them to accurately calculate their likely WEP reduction. This app is now hosted by Mass Retirees, an organization of retired public employees in the Bay State.
Good morning, and welcome to National Day of Civic Hacking at Code for Boston. National Day of Civic Hacking is an incredibly important event for Code for Boston. This year, like many events, we are delivering it directly into your home. While it cannot possibly feel the same as when we're together, I can assure you we have a great lineup of programming for you today. However, before I start about National Day, I want to share an update about an exciting event we have coming up in October. Code for Boston member Anita Yip has been hard at work pulling together an event focused on hiring in the tech industry. This event will be an opportunity for panelists to share their experience and advice along with workshops for underrepresented people in tech to get help with their job search. We are also committing the money raised for this event to fund professional development for members of Code for Boston that are underrepresented in the tech industry. I hope you will join us on October 15th at 7 p.m. for this special event. If your organization is interested in participating or supporting the event, please contact us at hello@codeforboston.org. This is the first step of many we plan to take to advance racial equity in the tech industry over the coming year. I also want to talk about Code for Boston teams that have been working so hard throughout the year and having an impact. The My City Voice application team has been adding important information about COVID-19 and voting to the Alexa skill they've built for the city of Boston. The Safe Water team has developed a site to inform the community about whether it's safe to boat or swim in the Charles River. The Harm Reduction team has completed user research for the Opioid Data Sharing Collaborative around Revere. The Plog Along team has launched a beta version of their application for Boston's plogging trash pickup community. The Windfall Awareness team has integrated the application used by the Social Security Administration to calculate benefits into a modern React-based web interface. Our Job Hopper team, they've completed a mock-up of their app for their job coaches in Somerville and are beginning to work on their prototype. I am also especially excited to announce that our Clean Slate team has launched their juvenile record sealing app on the Greater Boston Legal Services website. Using this tool, people can find out if they are eligible to have their juvenile record sealed and make a request to do so. I wanted to share these accomplishments because nothing excites me more than the creativity and innovation of a small group of people focusing on a challenge. That is why today we have programming that will hopefully spark your creativity and challenges that you too can help solve. This morning, we have speakers from organizations like FoodLink that are going to talk about how COVID-19 has impacted their social safety network. At noon, we will have a keynote from Code for America. Then in the afternoon, we'll be holding the activities you expect at a hackathon, design sprints and rapid prototyping around social safety net problem statements. We are excited to bring this engaging lineup of speakers and activities to give our members a chance to learn about the social safety net. We are also excited for all the new people participating in Code for Boston for the first time. Today, you will get a chance to experience our approach to making government work for the people, by the people, in the digital age. You will see how we bring empathy to our work, respecting and understanding the people impacted by our projects. We start with user research, so we know we are building the right things before we focus on building things the right way. We start small and use data to improve our work over time. We build with our users because change is not something imposed from the top down, but a journey that we share. Finally, we collaborate with nonprofit and government partners because we believe by working together, we can have a bigger impact than if we work alone. Our next event starts in a few minutes, and you can keep up with what is happening by following our schedule on codeforboston.org and on our website, and participating in Slack. The schedule on our website will include relevant Zoom, YouTube, and Slack links to where you need to go to participate in each talk or activity. Thank you for joining us. And now we will give a little bit more info about the logistics of the day. Alex or Harlan, do you want to take it over?
I guess I can do it. So, as Matt just stated, if you go to codeforboston.org, there's a button on the page that says see the schedule. And there's a nice list of events. So starting at 10 o'clock, we're going to have Elise Springell, operations manager from FoodLink, give a talk about how their organization has been changed for, through not Code for Boston, COVID. And after that, at about 11, we'll have someone from Massachusetts Association for Community Action come in and give also a talk about how moving tax assistance stuff into the virtual environment and how that's affected everyone. Then at 12 p.m., this is Code for America's kickoff event. If you're not registered for it, there is an Eventbrite page. link on our schedule, and that will give you all the links for all the Code for America events that they're going to be running throughout the day. After that, at about 1 p.m., we have several things going on. We have Quentin from Mass Access come in and also give a talk about court filings in the times of COVID. At the same time, we have a budgeting workshop going on from Annie LaCourte, and we'll also have a guest appearance by Mike Morrissey, someone you probably haven't seen in a little while. So if you're looking for how budgets affect policy through the lens of defunding the police, there'll be a fun workshop there on how all that gets done. And then Code for America has several events going on at this time as well. There's going to be a CFA design audit where they have subject matter experts come in and talk about how we design audit our benefit applications for our state. And there's a link to this 50 state assessment about, I think a year ago, Code for America did a thing on which states are great at getting and applying for benefits and which ones are less so. So if benefits are something you're really interested in, go to that room. We also have some asset mapping. So we have some Dustin Palmer and Kate Hansen and several other people from organizations who are great for doing asset mapping and community building and all that kind of fun stuff. Will be giving their talk at Code for America. And the last one for Code for America talks is the generating insights around COVID response. And there'll be, actually this is Will. I don't know if Will's here, if you want to give a quick plug for that, since you're probably a little bit more versed than I am.
Sure, thanks, Alex. The problem statements one is a little bit more open-ended. We have Eleanor from our safety net team and Julie, who's one of our designers, talking through a couple of different options to sort of better refine and define the issues that cities and towns are facing with COVID.
All right, thanks for that. And then at 2 p.m., this is when the fun begins. This is when the projects start. So we have, I guess, just a quick overview of how these projects are going to go. Since we didn't want people just sitting at their computer all day and just hacking on the computer, 8 hours sitting in front of your computer may not be as fun as you want. Projects start at 2 p.m. and go to 6. And this is to give you a start on a project, because this is going to be not just a project for the day, but we're going to set up a challenge over the course of a month. So we'll come back in October and join us at like a Code for Boston hack night, and you'll get to actually demo all your stuff and how that, how your process is done. So the start of the events are at 2 p.m. and the events, or the projects we have, are a budget editor, and this is kind of related to the budget talk. So in this one, we'll be looking at some kind of budget editor where you are able to actually kind of define some kind of policy through a budget. Annie will probably give a much better talk about that. I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit, Annie.
Yeah, I think the idea of the project is to build a tool that will allow the user of the tool to actually propose a different budget for a particular municipality. So the idea is to look at one city or a town, pull all their budget data into a tool and begin to build some kind of interface that will allow residents to say, no, if I were writing the budget, this is how I would prioritize. And then to, in some way, publish that and send it off to policymakers, sort of crowdsourcing the budget idea.
All right, thanks, Annie. The next one is there's a Nashua emergency sharing tool. And this, I guess, Justin Cates, he's looks like he's in the call today, along with Harland, are going to be doing a design around this. I don't know if one of you would like to give a little bit of pitch about what you're doing for the event.
Sure. This is Justin. The project that we're looking at is actually two tools that looks like we're putting together. It originated out of our need to try and connect community services to residents who are in need of support if they've been asked to quarantine or isolate by our public health department. And so emergency management would try and find food deliveries, grocery deliveries, medications, and a variety of other needs that popped up unexpectedly during the event. And our thought is to try and create a database for those resources so that our call center employees can connect those resources, but also there's the opportunity for self-service for those that can visit a web browser and actually check out the services that are available. So looking forward to it this afternoon.
All right. Thanks, Justin. And I guess the last project we're going to be hosting is the MA Design Benefit Audit. So if you're interested in looking at unemployment, Medicaid, SNAP, TNAF, WIC, LI, HEAP. I'm not all the up and up on these acronyms, but these are all the benefit programs that we run at the state. So if you want to pick one of those and do a design on it, there's a Slack channel open for you. After that, we're going to have a show and tell, and at 5:30, so you can come and just show what you've done throughout the day, and get everyone excited about the next month of work. And last is the after party, and I don't know if Matt would like to give a quick description on what kind of fun activities we're going to do for that.
Yeah, so what I have in store is we're going to do a little Massachusetts Civic Tech Jeopardy. So if you're interested in participating as a contestant, all contestants are going to get a National Day of Civic Hacking t-shirt. And then the winners are going to get a copy of Sid Harrell's new Civic Technology Field Guide. But we'll be having different question categories, Jeopardy style, that are going to be Massachusetts themed or Boston themed. We have some Code for Boston specific themed ones. So some advantages if you've been to some Code for Boston meetups before, and some fun trivia, opportunity for prizes, and if you feel like you like trivia, or if you just like prizes, then you should send me a message on Slack, because I need for each round at least, I'd say 3 contestants, and then you can go through and I'll do my best Alex Trebek impression. So yeah, that's going to be Code for Boston Jeopardy, 7 p.m. tonight.
All right. I actually missed one of the other projects. Mass Access to Justice Project is also going to be doing a project, and they're going to be looking at how to file court forms, how to find your court buildings. There's a whole bunch of topics. I don't know if Michelle wants to do a quick rundown of that.
Sure. So Mass Access is helping give people access to court forms during COVID when a lot of courts are closed. Emergency forms like domestic violence prevention orders and eviction, like dangerous housing conditions and eviction restraining orders. We're going to do projects like getting people to the finish line, basically, because we give them like a guided step-by-step tour and like extra information about their situation. But at the end of the day, they need to file it at a court, and the court information is very inconsistent right now. And so we want to do the research necessary, for example, about the filing address for each court, the building names for the court, since people are more familiar with those than with the actual court name itself, links to the court name, to the websites, and like resources, domestic violence resources and things like that, connected to zip codes and things. So there's research projects and there's also some coding projects, hooking up databases and stuff like that, or possibly end-to-end testing if you're into that kind of thing. All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Michelle. And so I've already set up a Slack channel and a shared Google Doc for all the projects. If there's any other tools or something that you think your project's going to need for the, being successful, come talk to me or Matt or anyone else on the core team, and we'll try and get you set up. I think that's pretty much it for the day. So I guess it's back to you, Matt.
All right. Thanks, Alex. So with that, I think we have probably about 12-ish minutes before our first talk is going to start. The links for everything, again, are on the codeforboston.org site. And so you can click over to the National Day schedule and click into the talks. And the talks are both on Zoom and on YouTube. So you can join on YouTube. But if you want to ask questions after the talk, you should definitely join the Zoom to be able to ask questions of the panelists. Each of the Zooms are set up as an individual meeting, so you will need to join it separately. You can't just like stay in here and then roll over into it. So you'll just need to click over when that time starts. Otherwise, that is everything for now. So thanks everyone for dropping by, and look forward to chatting with everyone throughout the day in Slack, seeing folks in the talks, and also, yeah, feel free to say hello in Cafe Hangout in Slack and make that extra coffee and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. And then I'm gonna end the live stream.